Pookie is looking absolutely fire today. Good morning everyone, happy Monday. Welcome to a weekly vlog. Working from home today. I actually have a meeting in half an hour and then I have my dermatologist appointment at my lunch right now. Not right now, later today at lunch I have my dermatologist. We're making a bagel. I actually have a bunch of food that I need to meal prep and do all that stuff for when I have a moment to, because yesterday was Sunday and Sunday was the football games that told you who goes into the Super Bowl. I don't know, I clearly know so much about sports, but we were watching those and we got like bottomless mimosas and stuff. So I didn't really have the time to do all the Sunday prep stuff that I typically do on a Sunday yesterday, so that kind of left me to today. And I'm extremely tired, extremely sleep deprived, and that's okay. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna make it work. But I have my dermatologist appointment, like I said, for my accutane follow-up. I need to mention that my vision is worsening and then I'm getting like eczema on my arms from my accutane. So those are my two side effects. I think this is the end of my 4th month. Wait, this is the end of my 3rd month. So I will be starting my 4th month. That's crazy. I'm like halfway done with it. I'll show you guys my skin. This is a skin update. So this is that. These are little breakouts. I think this is scarring. Here's this side. These are breakouts. I think this stuff is like all scarring. Oh, my bagel's done. My skin's not perfect, but it has significantly improved from where it used to be, if we recall where it was. So just a little update for you guys. I'll let you guys know what my dermatologist says about my eyesight. I wonder if they're gonna have me just go on a lower dosage or not, but my eyesight is getting significantly worse because of my accutane. But we're starting off the day the best way possible with bagels. If you don't know, bagels are my favorite food. I just obsess over bagels. I love them. Got my work done. Oh look, my little thing is just like flying around. I got some of my work done and then we're going to my dermatologist office right now and then we're gonna go back and finish my work. It's gonna be a good day. I love days that I work from home because I just get to sleep in like an extra hour because I don't do my hair and makeup on days that I work from home and I don't have to drive like half an hour to the office. So I just have so much more time to sleep in and I just always feel so much more refreshed. My car's turning on, sorry. Sometimes it beeps, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know what makes it do. Oh, I'm gonna be like exactly on time. I need to leave. Whew. I love like being able to sleep an extra hour because every single day when I'm able to, I just feel like a better human being in general. So yeah, we're gonna go to the dermatologist. We're gonna see what they say. Whoa. Update after the dermatologist. So about my vision, she said a couple things. She said, first of all, it's an option that we could stop for a month doing accutane. That was an option. The option that I chose to go with, she told me to see an ophthalmologist. If you guys remember, I do not have vision insurance, so that's fun. It's gonna be expensive, but whatever. So to see them, tell them about what I'm issued, they'll do a full exam, and then to use like saline solution in like eye drops in the short term or until I go to the ophthalmologist. We're lowering my dose. My dose was 60. Now we're lowering it to 40 just to see if that does anything. When I was on accutane the first time, my dose was 40 and this is my first time ever doing 60. She was saying that it seems like it's a good sign that I'm not getting headaches or anything like that, because she was saying that it could just be my eyes are drying out, and they kept being like, oh, at night, and I was like, well, like also during the day, like, oh. So I'm gonna just have to schedule an appointment with an ophthalmologist and just pay the money, and it'll be worth it. I'll get glasses probably too, but if my vision's gonna get worse, I don't know if that's the best idea. Anyways, she said that it could possibly be because my eyes are just being dried out, that's affecting my vision, but that also might not be the solution. So that's why I should go see someone that is specializing in that field. So we'll see. I'm not very excited about the fact that I don't have vision insurance and I have to do that, but it is what it is. It makes me feel so much better that she was saying that it might not be a permanent thing, that it might just be my eyes drying out. We're really gonna hope for that. When I got back from the dermatologist, I did some more work. I got ready really quickly and filmed my February reset video. I do wonder if my eyes, it's just because it's like drying out, because my eyes do feel really dry. I think that I need to buy some eye drops because I have some eye drops, but they're from like years ago, like from 2020, and I just don't know if those are like expired yet, and I don't really want to risk it. I got ready, I filmed that video really quickly. All is well, all is great. I'm wearing brown mascara. It's the Better Than Sex mascara, and I don't know if it looks that brown. I'll show it to you guys, but I wanted to tell you guys a little story time. I've been trying to include more like dating stories into my vlogs because that's something that's going on in my life right now. I'm kind of in my dating era. I'm not really dating many people right now. Like I wouldn't even say I'm dating multiple. But I wanted to include more of these stories in my vlogs. I just think it's funny, it's entertaining. Like, my friends like hearing these stories, so hopefully you guys do too. But I only want to include stories after the fact, not while things are going on in the moment, because I don't want to ruin a good thing. However, I had this story. If you guys remember, a couple vlogs back, I had a date planned with this guy and he never texted me to confirm that we were going on it, so we didn't go on the date. And then we actually ended up going on the date. I mean, that was kind of like the first red flag, but like, I liked texting him. Like, I thought we had good banter. He seemed funny, so I was like, I do want to go on this date with him. We ended up going on the date like the next week. He wasn't as great in person as he was over text. This happens to me all the time, and it's really something that I have this rule for myself and I need to actually stick to it, is that I don't like texting people a ton before our first date. Like, I don't mind planning the date, seeing if there's like a little bit of a vibe there. I don't like kind of getting to know people over text and kind of having expectations for their personality, because over text he was really funny. In person he was like, I don't want to say bland because I think that's rude, but I did just say it out loud. His personality was just completely different. Like, over text he like made me laugh and everything. Like, in person I didn't laugh once, unless it was at a joke that I made. I saw this quote that was like, did I have a good time on this date, or am I just funny, or am I just a good time to be around? And that's kind of how I felt on the date. It was actually funny because our server came up to us and was like, would you guys like a complimentary appetizer? And we were like, oh my gosh, yes, that's so nice. And he's like, yeah, it's just like really nice seeing people enjoying each other's company and laughing like the way that you guys are. And in that moment I was like, oh my god, I feel like I'm like putting on a performance. I'm not enjoying this guy's company. Like, I clearly look like I am, but I was like, I'm bored. Like, I'm like the person leading this conversation. Also, one thing I will say that he was good at was asking me questions. Like, I feel like I will go on a lot of dates with men that never ask me questions. Like, I'll ask them a question and then they'll answer it, but then they won't like throw it back to me, or they won't ask me something. Like, they don't really make an effort to get to know me. This man was the complete opposite, where he would ask me a question and then I would ask it to him back, and he would give me like a 10% answer and then ask me another question. I didn't really get to know him at all, and I even said to him like multiple times, I was like, no, like, answer the question. Like, I want to get to know you. And he was like, well, I like listening to you talk. Like, I like hearing like your answers. Yeah, but I also want to get to know you. When I ask a question, like, answer it. Don't just like, what about you? You know, like, he just kind of dodged every question that I asked him, which was weird. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go on a second date with him or not, but ultimately I was like, you know what, I will. Like, I didn't have a horrible time. I do this to myself a lot, where it's like, if I don't have a horrible time, I'll give him a second chance, but I need to stop doing that, because if the first date wasn't great, I mean, the second date might be better, but who knows? Change of location. But I had a second date with him planned for this Wednesday, and this past weekend I asked him what his last name was because I wanted to save his contact, because I just hadn't been texting him with like his unsaved contact phone number. And I have this like kind of rule for myself that I don't say people's contacts unless I know their last name, because it gets really confusing just having like a bunch of first names. It's also very confusing not having their phone number saved either. I asked him what his last name was so I could save it, and in turn he asked me what my last name was, and then he searched me on social media and found my social media, which, you know, I'm doing this here right now. I'm posting videos of myself on the internet. My social media is not like a typical personal account. He didn't acknowledge that, and then the next day I woke up to a text from him. Let me literally read this to you, okay? Because I was really thrown off guard, flabbergasted, and maybe I am being dramatic, and if I'm being dramatic, please tell me and I can take ownership of that, but I was upset about this. He texted me out of the blue. We were not having a conversation. Like, I woke up to this text. I'm going to hire you to work for me. I'll pay you $20,000 more than they do. Wink face. I need a marketing person. And I respond, what? With like a laughing emoji. And he goes, I need a marketing person to organize online content for mortgages, sales, like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, etc. You have like 50,000 followers on IG, so you know what you're doing. So if you did it full time for me, I'd make lots of money. Laughing emoji. I'll need someone in 3 to 4 months and I'll pay you $20,000 in advance. Probs. Probs, so like that means no. I don't know, food for thought, wink face, thought bubble emoji, which I thought, what the heck with a thought bubble emoji? Anyways, I think I was kind of upset by that because he saw my social media and his first thought, or at least his first action, was, how can I use this to my advantage? Let me hire her. Let me benefit from this somehow. He never once asked me about it, wanted to get to know me, my story, like talk about it like as a hobby. Oh, how'd you get into this? This is interesting. Like, it wasn't anything like he wanted to get to know anything about it. He just wanted to use it to his advantage. I told him no, that I was like, I don't have time for that. It's weird because social media and YouTube and all this stuff is my favorite thing in the world, my passion project. dramatic, but it's also something that I'm really insecure about because of people like that. Like, I've definitely had experiences with many people in my life where I felt used by them, where I felt like people meet me and they want to know how they can use me to their advantage or how they can benefit from me in somehow. Like, whether it's someone wanting to hire me, I feel like this sounds so vain talking about this too, but whether it's someone wanting to hire me to grow their social media accounts, or whether it's people being like, oh, tag me in this photo so I can get followers, like that's something that happens a lot. Or on the flip side, people have preconceived ideas of me and have certain expectations and thoughts about me before they meet me. Like, I've had many people be like, oh, I thought you were gonna be like really full of yourself because you make social media content, but like you're actually really normal and like down to earth. And I'm like, thanks. I just felt really like hurt by that, the fact that he didn't even want to. And maybe again, maybe I'm being dramatic, but I think like this is an insecurity of mine, so it definitely triggered that insecurity of mine. Once people learn about that, they kind of treat me a little bit different. If he were to be like, I see you have X amount of followers, like how did you get into that? And even if he asked me about it, he would have learned like, oh, I've been doing this for 10 years. I only know how to run a personal account. I don't know how to run a business account type of thing. So I texted him the next day because I was like, I want to think about this. Like, I do think this upsets me, but maybe I'm just overreacting. And then I thought about it and I was like, no, it's just too new. Like, we've only been on one date for someone to make me feel that way. So I texted him and kind of explained, this upset me. This is why it upset me. I want to cancel our date. I wish you well. This is like a rule that I have for myself, that if someone makes me feel kind of used in this type of way because of my social media, I like end things with them. He never responded. I was like expecting him to even just apologize or like talk me out of it or be like totally understand. Like, I expected like some kind of response. Ghosted. The man ghosted me after I canceled our date. I don't know, but that's a dating story for me. I really don't ever tell people about YouTube at all. Like, it's not something that comes up. Even people are like, oh, what do you like to do in your free time? Like, I don't bring it up. It's just not a topic that I talk about. People in my life too, people in my day-to-day life, they know this. Like, I really don't talk about social media with people unless I'm really comfortable with them for that reason. I never bring it up with guys, and I honestly really enjoy having a full-time job now, because when people ask me what my job is, I say that, because before I'd be like, oh, I make YouTube videos, and it'd just be like awkward. Probably never gonna see him again, which, you know, not mad about. I was really expecting him to text me back though, I got to admit. I don't know why I was. I just kind of like, I would have, if the roles were reversed, if someone like was like, oh, you hurt my feelings doing this, I would have been like, I'm so sorry. But maybe that's just me. Please tell me if I'm being over dramatic about this. I probably am. It's just a way that it made me feel. I'm back home from Pilates. I just ate dinner. I want to marinate my chicken. This is not chicken, this is salmon. I want to prep my salmon. I need a shower, clean up my apartment a little bit, do my dishes, and then head off to bed. And I thought I'd show you guys how I do my salmon. I've been doing this recipe for 4 years now. 4 years ago, one of my friends sent me a TikTok of this recipe, and I've been making it ever since. I have no idea who made this recipe because it was from 4 years ago, but I would love to credit them. If anyone knows who made this recipe up, this is incredible. Highly, highly, highly recommend this recipe. So I really like having this prepped, and I just leave it in my fridge. The longer you let it sit and marinate, the better it is. On days that I have Pilates workout classes, I'm running late, I just like to pop this in the air fryer. It's so good and it's really easy to make. It's just 4 ingredients, including the salmon. So I always get the Trader Joe's fresh Atlantic salmon because it's the cheapest, Norwegian farm raised. And I prefer to do it in the air fryer because it's easy. I can just set it in there. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to take time to preheat it. This is like my favorite like lazy meal. What I like to do is cut the salmon into portion sizes. This one's gonna give me about 3 portions. And then I used to actually cook the salmon in its little fillets, but recently I've been cutting them into little cubes because I just find it's easier to cook it that way in the air fryer. It takes less time. So that's what I've been doing recently. And once I have them cut into cubes, I put them into little Ziploc baggies. Don't want to get salmon vanilla. I just use my knife to transport them all. The least amount of dishes I can do, the better. Like I said, I've been making this recipe for so many years. It has never gotten old for me. It is consistently one of my favorite meals. I honestly think this is my favorite meal of all time that I make. I'm surprised I haven't gotten sick of it. I always think I'm going to, like, ugh, I keep eating this. Like, I think I've been eating this every single week for a month now, and I still crave it every time. I try seasoning salmon in different ways, but nothing just compares. Basically doing an ad for this salmon recipe, it seems like I'm really hyping it up. So if you try it and don't like it, ooh, that's embarrassing. I have all my salmon cubed up in their baggies. I do 1 serving per baggie, so I just plop it in the air fryer. I will be honest too, I've never measured this before. Like, since doing it, I just kind of pour and hope for the best. And I'm also really bad at knowing what certain measurements look like. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, like this is like, let's pour 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Like, I have no idea what a tablespoon of soy sauce visually looks like. Unfortunately, I will not be able to give you measurements. I just kind of pour a little bit until I'm like, that looks like it's enough. First, we're gonna start off with some minced garlic. There has been times where I've overdone the garlic on these, I will be honest. So So I do, maybe, can you see that much? And I just do it into each baggie. Even that is a lot of garlic, but I've done like way too much garlic where I'm like, oh, this is just straight garlic and salmon. Like none of the other sauces are getting any airtime. You can also add like salt and pepper and stuff like that to this. I don't, just because I'm lazy, but if you want to, do whatever you want. Add, subtract, multiply, divide. I'm going to add some soy sauce to this. If I were to just do the salmon fillets, I would lay the minced garlic kind of on top and spread it out and then just drizzle this over the fillet. Like 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. See, I'm just making up the second thing. I'm just kind of pouring it until I'm like, yeah, that's enough. And then the star of the show is the sweet chili sauce from Trader Joe's. I actually got a new one today because I eat it so often. It's my favorite. It smells so good. And I just pour this in here. And this really is the star. This is what makes it so yummy. Oh, that was probably way too much in that one. And then I just seal the bags, kind of mix them around so everything's incorporated. And then I just let it sit in my fridge until I want to make it. And I seal it, obviously try to get all the air out that I possibly can. And then I just give it like a good little mix. And then it's so good. Like I said, the longer you let it sit in the marinade, the better it is. Absolutely fire. Pookie is looking absolutely fire today. And then I just kind of throw them into this shallow bowl. Let them lay flat. I know for like the past 10 minutes I've basically been hyping up this recipe, but it's my favorite and I'm so happy to share. I think I've definitely shared this in the past with you guys, but I don't think I have recently because a lot of the times I meal prep this on Sunday, so I have all of this just like ready to go for the week. I had like 1 extra serving left over from last week and I was like, I need to eat this before this goes bad, and that's what I had for dinner tonight. But this is just so nice. The one thing that does suck is like I always talk about this, you can't bring fish to a workplace. Some people do. Some people do. I don't want to be one of those people, so I can only eat this like at home. But I put this at 400 for 5 minutes in the air fryer, literally a 5-minute meal. It's already prepped. And then I just heat up some rice, some vegetables, and I call it a day, and it's the best ever. So if you guys try it out, let me know. 4-ingredient meal, delicious. But now I need to shower, and it's 8:30, so I need to get on it. I took off my makeup for my Pilates class, but the Better Than Sex mascara always kind of like pools under my eyes. I wiped it away before I was in Pilates, but I do like this mascara because I still have it on with like a natural face, because sometimes I feel like a black mascara is like very intense with a natural face. I want to show you guys something. This has been one of my favorites. I've talked about this in the past. I've been obsessed with it forever, but I kind of like restarted introducing it back into my routine. I'm not going to use it today, but this is the Dermatologist Daily Glow. They have different variations of this. I don't have a preference of like which bottle color it is. There's like firming ones, there's ones. This one has caffeine and squalene and grapeseed oil in it, but this is just a lotion with self-tanner in it. The one thing that does suck about this is it doesn't have like a color guard, so sometimes you like will put it on and you'll miss an area, but you just have to be good at making sure you're rubbing it in everywhere. It is so nice because you don't have to do the whole exfoliate, shave, like kind of prep stuff that goes into self-tanning. You don't have to let it soak in, then you don't have to let it shower off in the morning. Like, you just put on lotion and it gives your body a little glow. I did this last week, just once last week. I woke up and I was like, wow, my skin looks so much. My camera battery died. I honestly saw that coming. But it just gives a nice glow, a little bit of color to you. Even just using this once, I noticed a difference. I'm not going to use it today, like I said, but I do like to use this maybe once or twice a week. And I feel like it just makes me feel so much more confident. And I don't have to go through the whole process of self-tanning. It's not going to make you dark like a self-tanner would, but it's going to give you some extra color. It'd even be nice to like layer on top of your self-tanner, kind of on like the last couple days of your tanner. But I like it a lot. And I'll link it down below for you guys, but I wanted to bring it up again because I kind of like reintroduced myself to it. Shit's fire. Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I'm on my way to the office, my bagels in the toaster, and that's really the last thing that I need to do. My office is having like a camera crew come in today. I don't really know what it's for, but they were like, don't wear black and white. I don't own much color. They said solid colors and look professional. I feel like this isn't that professional. I'm like now overthinking this. Like, do I change really quickly? I don't own color. I don't own anything with color. Like, all my work clothes are black or white. And so I was like, okay, brown. Brown's kind of black and white-ish. Like, it's in that same family. Now I'm like, maybe like this doesn't look that professional. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know, because the only other professional clothes that I own are black or white. Oh my God, now I'm like really overthinking this because this looks very casual. I was like, oh, I could put a cardigan over it. My cardigan's white. So I'm like kind of stressing about this. I'm like, I don't know what I want to wear. All of my work clothes, this much of it is black. This much of it is white. Like, I have these other colors, but I feel like this red top is not super professional. And then they said like, don't wear like patterns. It's also winter, so I don't own that much winter stuff. I'm really overthinking this. I'm just gonna wear this and hope for the best. best, but I feel like I don't look professional. I was like, oh, I could wear a sweater. Basically all my sweaters are white. I own one brown one and that's not a professional sweater. It's like, oh, I could put a button down. Basically all of them are white and they said don't wear stripes. So everything that I own does not fit their guidelines. I feel like this doesn't look that professional, but what else are you gonna do? I don't like, this is all I own. I'm doing my best. I've been overthinking this and now I'm like extra overthinking it. I don't know.
Select popular over-the-counter items in the drive-thru for pickup of your prescription.
What was that? I picked up my prescription on the way home from work. I had like eczema on my arms from my accutane, so she gave me like a little topical that I can put on it. It's interesting, I've had this before because I've had eczema with my last round of accutane, and you can only use these topicals for like 7 days in a row and then you have to stop. I think, like, I don't know what happens, but I just know to follow the rules. One thing that I'm really bad at that I've talked about is that I always overdo it. Like whenever medication's like take 2, I take 3, or take it for 1 day, I take it for 3, and you guys have been like, Keegan, you really need to actually follow the instructions. So that's something that I've been trying to do. I've been trying to follow the instructions. I don't know why everything was shipped as something different. My ointment my topical was CVS, and then my Accutane is A to Z Pharmacy. I don't know why they couldn't all be the same one, but they were. Oh god, oh gosh. But we're going home. I was supposed to have Pilates tonight, but my friend that I normally go with signed up later by accident, so she got on the end of the wait list, and so she's probably not gonna get the class, so I just canceled my class and we're gonna go like on a walker to one of our apartment's gym just to like work out and hang out together. But I have therapy, and so I think before then, because I got off work a little bit early, I'm going to try to edit my video so I'll like have time for everything. That's the plan right now, but I wanted to pick up my topical before it's too late. I have kind of like a bunch of like admin things that I need to do, whether, oh my gosh, there is a police officer and I am vlogging, which I don't know if that's illegal or not. I'm sure it is. Anyways, I have a bunch of stuff I need to do when I get home, so I'm gonna, you know, just start cranking stuff out, and it's gonna be good. Good morning, happy Wednesday everybody. I have some really funny stories that I want to share with you guys as I get ready for the day, because last night was like such a fun night and I didn't really have enough time to vlog to give you guys context, so I feel like you guys are probably like, I have no idea what those last clips were. Immediately when I got home, I started editing my video, and then immediately following I had therapy, and usually I do Pilates. I kind of briefed you guys on this, but my friend and I canceled Pilates, so we decided to go to my apartment's gym and we did like a little weights workout, and we had dinner reservations at 9:45 p.m. Very late. We don't normally eat dinner anywhere near that late, so we were very hungry. We were at the gym for a while because we were trying to kill time, so we went to the gym and then we went on a walk. I got my 10,000 steps in because of that, thank goodness. We had dinner reservations at this really expensive, nice restaurant, and the reason we had reservations for that was because this was a soft launch opening. So sometimes before restaurants do a full grand opening, they do a soft launch where they'll let their friends and family come, they'll let friends, people like that come. My friend invited me because one of her co-workers' brothers owns that restaurant. So she kind of like knew a person who knew a person. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Basically, the deal was you could go to this place and get half off of your entire meal. Try it out for the first time. So we were like, absolutely want to do that, but they only had super late reservations available. But we were like, you know what? Let's do it. Like, this is a really expensive, nice restaurant. Like, this will just be like a fun experience, right? So we were together for like 6 hours yesterday. Like, we were just going to the gym, going to eat. We thought that this was going to be like a sushi restaurant. Not really, because like less than 10% of the menu was sushi. We were saying maybe our palates just aren't as advanced, but we didn't love everything we ate. It was one of those places where everything is really small portion. You guys obviously saw in the montage, and we were sharing everything, and so typically you get like a 10-course meal. I think we ordered 8 things. There was nothing that we were like, this is incredible, we need to come back here for this, I'm gonna be like thinking about this. Like, there was nothing that I was blown away by. I will say the dessert, the very last thing we got, they were called like milk balls. That was really good. That was my favorite thing. Both of us, that was our favorite things that we got, were these like milk ball things. Fried custards, I think. And then they had like a mousse and like a, it wasn't even like an ice cream-esque thing. Very good. I will say that was very good. But we were really hungry afterwards. Like we were still hungry. So we went through the McDonald's drive-thru after our 8-course meal. It was so, like, we were laughing so hard. We're like, oh my god, we like went to this nice fancy restaurant and then we go to the McDonald's drive-thru after because we're still hungry. Maybe we're just not like advanced and like old enough to be able to go to these type of places, but it was just like, it was just one of those things, like we just kept like laughing. Like it was so funny. There was this one guy who was like talking so loud that he was like screaming. Like we could hear every single word he was saying, but it was so funny. And like we just had such a good night together, going to the gym, going on a walk, going to this nice bougie restaurant. It was so nice that I had to go to the bathroom, so I asked one of the people like, oh, where's the bathroom? And she was like, let me lead you there. She like led me to the bathroom. I was like, oh my gosh, this is nice. Like she's leading me to the bathroom. I recently learned about a spicy McChicken from McDonald's and that was so good. Okay, this is what I'm wearing. So this top is from Abercrombie. It's, oh, I just tangled my necklace in talking in that 5 seconds. Dang it, now this is gonna take me a while to untangle this. I don't want to untangle this. Anyways, this bodysuit is from Abercrombie. The reason I'm wearing it is because I think my face doesn't match my body and I just didn't want to have to put bronzer on my neck and like chest to match it all. So I was like, this covers. And then these bottoms I got them a couple of years ago from Tilly's, I believe. I like them because the band is elastic, so they're like stretchy and comfortable. However, they're very itchy, which is a con. I haven't worn this necklace in a few days and I always play with this necklace when I'm feeling anxious. It like made me like uncomfortable not having it. Like I'd always like reach for it and it wouldn't be there and I'd be like, oh, okay. Okay, we're brushing out my hair. The best thing about Accutane is my hair really does not get greasy. I think I washed it on Sunday and I had sprayed like a few sprays of dry shampoo in it yesterday, but it doesn't look great, but it doesn't look horrible, you know? Considering what it could look like. Considering what it would look like. I think I am gonna do a few sprays of dry shampoo. But it's nice that it dries out my hair. I'm gonna let it soak in while I make my bagel. And then perfume for the day. I sprayed Flower Bomb last night and it was pretty late, so I'll just give it a couple sprays. I'm still laughing about like getting McDonald's after eating an expensive meal. Also, we thought it was going to be a lot more expensive than it was. Obviously, it was half off, but it was a really expensive place, and we got 8 things, so we thought it was going to be a lot of money. We were expecting to pay $100 each. That's what we thought we were going to pay. We thought it was going to be like 200. 200 with discount, and it only ended up being 90 before tip, obviously, with the discount. And we were both shocked. Like, we were like, oh my god, we were planning on paying double that. We could have had double the amount of food that we ate, and maybe we would have been full. The best thing I ate that night was probably my McDonald's sandwich. Or those like milk balls, the dessert that we got. That was really good. We considered getting another serving of the dessert, but we didn't want to wait. One thing about me is I always do this, but whenever somebody has a cool job, I always ask a million questions because I'm just a very curious person. Like, I just want to know more and more and more. Like, I knew someone that was like a news broadcaster. I asked him like a million questions. Like, oh, what time do you wake up? I'm sure people like ask them all the time, but I'm like, oh, like how do you like read the teleprompter? Like, how did you train yourself through that? What do you hear in your ear? Like, do you ever hear in your ear while you're talking? Like, how do you still talk and read the teleprompter while listening to what's in your ear? Like, I ask people questions all the time. And so naturally, I had to ask people that worked there the questions. Because since this is an opening, I'm like, when did they hire you? How did you learn the menu? This is like a very intense menu. Like, what is this? What is that? What time did you get here today? What time do you guys normally leave? How do you do this? How did you memorize that? Like, I ask a million questions just because I'm a curious person. And sometimes it is annoying, I'm sure. But I asked one of the food runners, we were talking to him, and I was like, when did they hire you? And they hired them beginning of December, and now it's end of January, and it's finally opening. And he was like telling us about his food test where you have to like learn the menu, his menu test. And he was saying they started out with 100 employees, and now they're down to 30. Isn't that insane? And I was like, is that normal? And he's like, I guess like in fine dining, there's really high expectations, and not everyone can meet those expectations, or not everybody wants to. But yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, 30? Insane. Truthfully, honestly, insane. Do you guys want to know another funny story? I just have funny stories left and right today. My work, like I said, catered lunch yesterday for us because they were doing a video shoot. That's kind of like how they bribe you, you know? They bribe you with food. They got us Cheba Hut, I believe is how you pronounce it. If you've never gotten Cheba Hut before, it is a sandwich restaurant that has a theme to it. I'm trying to think of the way I could say this theme without getting demonetized. April 20th themed. If you know, you Obviously it was like catered, so it's not like we went in, but that restaurant is very much so themed that way. It's kind of funny when you really think about it. The names of the sandwiches are like hot box, and like it has shrooms on. Like it's really funny. The person that ordered this, all the people that were like a little bit younger that worked there were like, did they know? Did they know what they were ordering? Or like, did they just see sandwich place and they're like, yeah. Can you just imagine being like a regular person going into Chiba Hut and seeing that theme just everywhere? But yeah, we got free sandwiches, which was really nice, and I thought it was hilarious that that was where they chose it from. And the theme of it, I don't think they knew, because why would they? But honestly, hysterical. This bagel is so hot because it just came out of the toaster that's burning my hand. I also ran out of cream cheese. I might have to pick some up today. I've been editing my video. I'm not even done with it. I still have 10 minutes left of it. I mean, I could, just don't really, I've been editing it for a really long time. I'm so tired. I got home from work, immediately made food. I need to start bringing lunch to work. Normally I like leave work not pretty early, but I'm like, oh, if I leave at 3 o'clock or if I leave at 4 o'clock, like it's fine. Like I can just wait until I get home. No, I can't keep doing that. I cannot keep doing that. That is literally destroying my whole brain. My brain is no longer functioning because I'm so hungry. Eating a bagel and then snacks for the rest of the day just doesn't hold me over. So I need to start bringing lunch. Tomorrow I probably won't because I don't have any lunch prepped, but the following weeks I need to do it. Ugh. I keep thinking like, oh, I can just eat snacks. I can just hold myself over. I can't do it because my brain doesn't work when I do that. So I came home and I immediately ate food. I worked on my video, and then I have plans tonight with a friend. So I'm gonna leave. That's like in 50 minutes probably. So like I have time to finish this video. I should do it. I should really do it actually. Also, I did an ad with Waymo a long time ago. Like I think before I even started my job, I did an ad with Waymo, and they are now promoting it on TikTok, and everyone I know has been texting me and being like, oh my god, I see you in a Waymo ad. My therapist, when I got on the call with her yesterday, like she was like, oh my god, I was scrolling on TikTok like right before our appointment and I saw you in a Waymo ad. And then a bunch of people, like a bunch of my friends texted me like, oh my god, I saw you in a Waymo ad. I walk into work, everyone's like, Keegan, did you do a Waymo ad? And my boss is like, oh my god, Keegan, like I saw you on a Waymo ad. Like everybody's like, Keegan, I saw you on a Waymo ad. So a bunch of people that didn't know I do social media now know I do social media. I cannot stop playing with this, sorry. So yeah, a bunch of people now know that I do like all my social media stuff, and the ad is like targeted to people like in Scottsdale and Phoenix, so it's just targeted to everybody that I know that lives near me. So yeah, now a bunch of people that I know, a bunch of people at work now know, you know, this exists. I honestly, like I was saying kind of earlier in the vlog, I don't really talk about it that much to people. It's just not something I really bring up. Also, it's really making me want to cut my hair because my hair was shorter in that video and I'm like, I really want short hair again. Also, I got invited to an event and I really hope it's real and not fake, because I'm like, is this fake? I'll give you more details if it is actually real. Okay, I need to stop talking so I can finish editing this video before my plans, but I don't know. I need to start bringing lunch to work. I have to start bringing lunch to work. I just don't get what the person above me is doing. Oh, they stopped. Never mind. Never mind. This is what I'm wearing to my plans tonight. So this is the same bodysuit. These little cargo pants, they're from Paxum. I also own them in black. What's really weird, I'm chewing on a mint. I'm sorry. What's weird is I also own them in black. The black ones are more like low-waisted and also smaller on me. And these are the exact same pair of pants, same size, just a different color. They're more high-waisted and they're bigger. So I found this belt from Amazon and that's my outfit. Yeah. Woohoo! Time for my plans. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, you guys. Happy Thursday. Usually I get to the office at the time that it is right now, but I had a meeting that was obviously earlier than I usually get to the office. I decided to take it from home and then go later. This is my outfit. I actually really like it. It's like very simple, but I like the belt. I think it adds a lot. Top, bottoms, both from Abercrombie. This belt is from Amazon. I love this belt. I watched Anyone But You recently in the theaters with Sydney Sweeney. In her opening scene, she wore like a pair of really good fitting jeans, a really like thick black and gold belt, and then like a white button down, and I thought it was so cute. And so I've been like wanting to wear this belt a ton recently because it like reminds me of it. Part of me is like, I could wear like a button down with this outfit, but I don't really know if I want to. But I'm about to head into the office. I told my boss I'd be obviously late because I took my meeting from home, but it was nice because I got to sleep in a little bit. So yeah, it's a win for me. But also I don't have any cream cheese for my bagel, so I'm kind of considering going through a drive-through on the way to work, but I don't know if that's gonna take a long time.
All right, I can make for you.
Can I do a bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast burrito?
Bacon, egg, and cheese, red or green salsa?
Red, please.
So that you're not any drinks or salads today?
Can I do a frozen strawberry lemonade?
Yeah, for sure. Anything else?
That'll be it.
All right, it's me 5 even. We'll see you at the window.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That is such a good deal. Oh God, I need to stop doing this. Anyways, I'm getting salad and go because I need something to eat, considering I was thinking about it and I was like, normally I wouldn't, but I don't have lunch stuff. And then how hungry I've been with eating like a carb heavy breakfast. I just feel like it's not a good idea to not eat something. So we're just gonna get something and then eat it on the way there. Just finished up with work. I think I'm gonna go to the grocery store on my way home because like I said, I ran out of cream cheese and there's like a few other things that I want to pick up. And I had plans today, but I canceled them. I am like a serial, like let's stuff my week with social plans and then cancel all of them. I was talking to my friend about this and it's just exhausting like how much I've been kind of overdoing my schedule recently, and I really need to reel it back in and also prioritize time alone, because although I do want to be social and hang out with my friends and do all these things, I also want to prioritize myself, my mental health, and just like have a day where I can do nothing, because doing stuff socially on a weekday is very exhausting because you're already tired from the work week, from the work day, and then you have plans and then you're gonna be tired the next morning because you were staying up late with your plans. Like it exudes a lot of mental energy, sometimes physical energy as well. And so I just need like one day a week where I do absolutely nothing. And I was saying Mondays and Tuesdays I go to Pilates, which is not like that crazy of a thing, but it is something where it takes up a good chunk of my time. I do have to get ready for it, I do have to make time for it, and then that's Monday and Tuesdays. Typically on the weekends, Friday through Sunday, I have plans, and if I don't have plans on Sunday, I normally have a to-do list that's like this long of things that I want to do and get done. And from the second I wake up on Sunday to the second I fall asleep, I'm always doing things. That really only gives me Wednesday and Thursday, and I feel like I'm always making plans on Wednesday or Thursday, whether it's like a date with a guy or it's like getting dinner with a friend I haven't seen in a while. And it's been a lot, and it's also been a lot of eating out too. I feel like it makes my body like bleh. Like I love to eat out, don't get me wrong, but I feel like when you've been eating out so much in a row, like you just crave cooking and just like making something at home, which I never thought was possible because I love eating out. I never thought I'd be one of those people that's like, no, like I want to. My Siri was listening to me the entire time talking. The entire time there. I never thought I would be someone who's like, oh, I just want to cook at home. Here I am just being like, I don't want to go out to dinner tonight. I want to just make food at home. So that's what we're gonna do. I literally just want to cook, clean my kitchen, sit on my couch and watch TV. That's all I want to do tonight, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. But first we're gonna go grocery shopping to have some stuff for tomorrow and the next day. So someone just drove by and they're watching me vlog. Anyways, let's go to the grocery store to pick up our stuff. It's very windy out, but we're walking in. I also have my leftover, not my leftovers, but like my bag from my breakfast this morning that I'm gonna throw away. I had to. The night that I was planning last night did not really happen. Happy Friday. Here's the issue. Let me get my cream cheese first. And I'm kind of nervous about this cream cheese. Let me explain. I think it should be fine. But last night, I had this night to myself that I was romanticizing. I would sit on my couch, I would go for a walk, I would make myself like a nice dinner, clean up after myself, watch some TV, just have like a perfect me day that was productive, but also relaxing. That did not happen. And do you want to know why that didn't happen? Because I fell asleep. I took a really long nap. I woke up, I made myself like a really small dinner, like I didn't make myself a dinner, I just heated up salmon, and then I fell back asleep for the night. I slept so much, and I finally feel like I caught up on my sleep. Like I'm thinking I need like one nap per week now. The reason I'm scared to eat this cream cheese is because I set it on my counter. It smells fine. I set it on my counter when I got home, and then I left it on my counter until I woke up from my nap. So it was probably like sitting on my counter for like 3-4 hours. I think, let's see, I got home at maybe 4 and I woke up at 7, so 3 hours. And it was still like kind of cold when I put it in the fridge, but it was sitting out for that long. But I'm like, okay, like, you know, restaurants, buffets, like they have cream cheese sitting out for that long, right? But like maybe they put it in ice. So I'm like, is this like cream cheese gone bad because it was sitting out for so long? But it still was like slightly cold when I put it in the fridge. I think it's fine. Oh no. I do want to work out though today. I do want to clean up my apartment. I do want to get my 10,000 steps in. Yesterday, I didn't really complete any of my goals, if I'm being honest. What a great start to the month. But I'm gonna try to be better today. I have a meeting in 20 minutes. It's gonna start. Yeah, it should be a good day. I'm really hoping for it. I have like plans with my friends today. I have a fun weekend ahead. Let's just hope it's a good day. It rained last night too, which was really cute. I don't know. I just cannot believe I slept so much. Honestly, I'm so happy I slept that much. My body just needed it. I've been so tired recently that I just needed like a coma type sleep. Last night, I slept so deep. Like normally I wake up to like the slightest little footprint of whoever is above me or like a brush of wind outside. I was deep in my sleep last night and it felt so great. So I'm really happy. I still feel tired, honestly, but I think it's because my eyes are really dry from my Accutane, which makes me like I only feel tired in my eyes. And I did buy eye drops. Those are in my package locker. I need to go get them. So, oh, also I got diagnosed. Did I tell you guys this? In therapy, I got diagnosed with this phobia. I think it's called ometophobia. It's a fear of like eyes and like things touching your eyes. So it really makes a lot of sense because I am like terrified of things touching. Like it makes me like nauseous and like I have all these like reactions and shit. So yeah, I got diagnosed with that. So we're trying exposure therapy, and first step is eye drops because I really want to get LASIK at the end of the year. The idea of that makes me so scared. Like the idea of the laser. Oh my god, I can't even talk about it. I can't talk about it. So yeah, exposure therapy. We're gonna start with eye drops and I'm really scared. I just don't like the feeling of things touching my eyes. My meeting was supposed to start in 15 minutes, but it just got canceled. Okay, so I have one thing that I need to do really quickly, and then I think this is gonna be like a pretty light work day for me. I say that now, but who knows if that's actually gonna happen. You know, you start the morning off and you're like, oh, it doesn't look like there's too much stuff on my plate, and then things just get added. We will see. But today, personally, things that I want to focus on, okay? I want to go to the gym, 10,000 steps, gallon of water. This will be my first day doing a gallon of water. The past month, I did 3/4 of a gallon. This time, I want to do a full gallon. Makes me a little worried, but we'll do it. I think my issue about hitting my goals is my social life gets in the way. I can easily walk 10,000 miles, no, 10,000 steps. Oh wait, this is so pretty, pause. I always had to point out when the sun comes through because I just think it's so pretty, and I feel like I rarely ever see it because I'm at work when this time of the day is going on. Because today I'm working from home, obviously. It's so pretty. Do you ever take a step back and like look at your home and you're like, oh my gosh, I live here. This is beautiful. And not even in like a design aspect, like, oh, like I decorated my place so beautifully, but like, this is the home that I live in. This is my home. This is a home for me. Like, it's not my parents. It's not anybody else's. It could be, you know, a home that you share with somebody, but it's your home as an adult. Sometimes I have those moments that like kind of snap me into reality, or maybe even like remove me from reality, and it's like, everything in this place I bought. I paid for with my own money, or maybe it was like a gift. I've really created a life for myself. I'm sitting at my kitchen island with my work laptop from the job that I have. Crazy. Anyways, what was I saying? My issues with achieving my goals is my social life, because if I take the night after work, I could easily hit 10,000 steps. I could easily drink a gallon of water. But when I have social plans, that kind of gets in the way. And I feel like I've been not prioritizing my sleep the way that I should. And that nap yesterday really confirmed that for me. And so it's hard to get everything in 24 hours. I mean, if I just quit my job, I'd have so much time to achieve my goals. But that's not gonna happen, you know? I need a job. Hard balancing it all, but we're gonna make it work, and I'm just figuring out how to make it work. But really just having social plans is really what gets in the way. Okay, I need to stop talking and start doing my job. It's a little bit later now. I just ate lunch. I finished up the salmon that I had in my air fryer, but I wanted to make some food and kind of prep it for this weekend. And I want to make something in my crock pot. This is a recipe that I came up with in my head, and we're gonna see if it turns out well or not. I have no idea if it's going to. One thing too, this is a smaller crock pot. I talk about this all the time. It's not the regular big size. So I've been cooking it for less time because I thought that the longer I cook it, the more it will dry out the chicken. But a lot of guys were saying the opposite, that the longer I cook it, the easier it'll be to shred and like the juicier it will be. So I'm gonna try that out to see if it's good or not. But this is a recipe that I came up with in my head. I have no idea if it's gonna turn out well. We will see. So this kind of, I mean, it's a recipe that I came up with in my head, but it's also a recipe that I found on TikTok that I'm gonna alter a little bit. I always see this recipe on TikTok where people take a jar of marinara and then a jar of Alfredo sauce, and then they put it in the air fryer. I keep calling this the air fryer, the crock pot. And then they put it with chicken, they let it do its thing, and then they shred it, then add pasta to it. I'm gonna try that, but without the Alfredo. This is the roasted garlic marinara sauce from Trader Joe's. I'm thinking of doing half a jar of this, and I think I wanna do one chicken breast and then like kind of cut it into cutlets. Essentially, you're just cutting it in half doing that. I don't know if this is gonna turn out good or not, and I think I will add pasta to it, but I wanna just try it to see if it's good. I don't really wanna add Alfredo sauce to it because I don't... What are they doing? What are they, like... Seriously, do you hear this? Like, what is this? Can they... This goes on in the middle of the night when I sleep. I don't get it. I just, nothing irritates me more. Wherever I move next, I want to be a top floor. Like, I can't keep doing this. Oh, it stopped, finally. I just don't know what it is. That's my question. I'm like, what are you doing? This chicken is so gross. Ew, I hate raw chicken. Ugh. Ugh. This is disgusting. I'm gonna cut all like the fat, gross pieces off because I don't like that. Ew. Okay, so we're just gonna take the crock pot. I'm gonna move this out of the way so I don't have to look at this. This is, ugh. We're gonna take the crock pot and I'm gonna spray it. And then I'm gonna throw the chicken cutlets in. And hopefully because they're thinner, it won't take as long to cook. I do think that I wanna add some garlic because I love garlic. I think I'll add garlic after I add the sauce. So like I said, this is just like a marinara. Oh no. Yes, I got it. I got her. I just want to do enough to kind of cover it. And also because these are cutlets, it doesn't take as much to cover. Okay, that's probably like half the jar, I would say. I'm gonna take about a tablespoon of this minced garlic, kind of sprinkle it in, and then I'm just gonna mix it all around. Kind of also get it like under the chicken as well, so it kind of like soaks on both sides. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have poked some holes into the chicken to kind of let it absorb. Should I do that now? I don't know if it's too late. I'm pretty sure that poking holes into the chicken is just kind of letting like the sauces like get in the chicken. And then I'm gonna put my little lid on. And I think I'm gonna do it on high and set a timer for 4 hours.
4 hours, starting now.
We'll see how good it is. I don't know. Hopefully it's good. I'll let you know. One other thing I want to do is meal prep. So I have a Ninja Creamy. If you don't know what that is, it's like this blender thing that turns frozen stuff into ice cream or the texture of ice cream. So this is my favorite recipe and I thought I'd show it to you guys. I've made this twice now and I'm obsessed with it. So first I start with some milk. I have tried this with protein shakes. I've tried this with almond milk. I find that you need actual milk to make it the consistency of ice cream or else it's like too kind of like icy and like chunky almost. So the one that I like is the Fairlife one. This has more like protein in it. I think 50% more protein than regular milk. So I'm gonna fill it a little bit under the max fill line because I find that when I fill it all the way to the max fill line, by the time that I blend it with all the other stuff, it's just too overflowed. But you have to use regular milk with this, which is what I found. So I tried to make this as like proteiny as I possibly can. So in this, there's 13 grams of protein in a 1 cup serving. I have no idea how many cups this is. And then I pour that into my blender because I'm gonna blend all this stuff. If you have one of those like milk frother or like handheld blenders, you could use that, but I don't. I use protein powder. This is the Clean Simple Eat Simply Vanilla one. Funny story, actually, they used to send me PR and then they took me off their PR list because I never talked about them because I never got around to trying them. And then once they took me off their PR list, I finally tried it and I was like, wait, this is so good. So I'm just gonna buy it from now on like a normal person. But yeah, this one was sent to me. But I really like this protein powder. It's very like desserty, which it kind of tastes like vanilla ice cream. So I'm gonna do 1 scoop, which their like scoop is huge. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna buy this from now on. Did I mention we're making like a peanut butter ice cream? This is really, really good, if I'm being honest. I really like this stuff. There is whey in this, so this is like a very like milky, you know, milk ice cream, but this is better for you, at least in my mind, than going to like Dairy Queen and getting ice cream. And you don't have to pay for it, because you've already paid for all the ingredients. Then I'm gonna add in about 1 spoonful of a sugar-free, fat-free vanilla gelatin powder. This is what kind of gets it to be that consistency from what I've seen on TikTok. So I'm just gonna do about like a spoonful of that in here. This isn't for taste. It's just to get the consistency right when it blends. And then to make it the peanut butter taste, I'm using PB Fit. I got this from Costco. Obviously, this is huge. I don't use this as much as I probably should. So here's the thing. One time I did like a whopping spoonful and I was like, this is way too peanut buttery. And then another time I did like a normal spoonful and I thought that was not peanut buttery enough. So we're gonna do like, I don't know if that's gonna be too much. And then we're gonna blend it. Super easy. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 ingredients and it gives you like a peanut butter ice cream. And I find, like I said, I keep saying this, the milk is what makes it the right consistency. So I really don't like the taste of powder. Like, you know, when you're drinking like a protein shake with powder in it, like I don't like when you can taste the powder. So I blend this for a while. So we're gonna just that looks about good. And then we're just going to pour it into this pint. So this pint comes with a Ninja Creamy. It comes with 2. Oh, this like, oh gosh. See, even with me barely filling it up, like there's still this much left in it. And this has already overflowed. Huh. I'm wondering maybe I can just put this in my fridge. And the next time I make it, I can have like 2 servings. See, I thought I was doing enough, but I guess not. So next time, maybe fill it up halfway with milk, because this is still way too much. And then the other pint, I have stuff in it. The other pint has been sitting in my freezer for a while because I did it with like chocolate protein powder and like a chocolate protein shake, and I honestly just don't like it that much. So I just need to stop making things I don't like. But you're gonna plop this in your freezer, let it freeze, and then when you're ready for it, yeah, I think that I might just put this in my freezer or my fridge, and the next time just have it ready. Maybe I should do like half and half. Pour a little bit more in here. Just trying to find the right measurements that I want to do. Anyways, that is that. I really like this recipe because I love peanut butter. If you guys don't like peanut butter, obviously don't make a peanut butter ice cream, but that's been my go-to Ninja Creamy recipe. I haven't done the Ninja Creamy in a while. Yay! Just went to my apartment's gym during my little lunch break. I'm gonna take my shoes off. I still need to go for a walk after work to get my 10,000 steps in. I'm only at 5,000. So I think that I want to put a hair oil in and maybe a hair mask while I wait, because I'm gonna shower after I walk. But I have some packages. They've been sitting there for a while. First off, we have my Accutane. I get this from A to Z pharmacy. I switch off pharmacies every time. Last time I tried CVS, it was like $100. Like, what the heck? So we're not doing that again. I thought A to Z pharmacy was expensive, but as it turns out, it's not. So like I said, we're switching from 60 milligrams a day to 40 milligrams a day. Another thing, I believe these are gonna be my eye drops. I'm so scared. Let's see, are we eye drops? Are we eye drops? I also ordered toothpaste because I ran out. These are my eye drops. I'm so scared. These are red eye hydrating comfort. I didn't realize I got the red eye ones, but I wanted like hydrating ones. Works in 30 seconds. Redness and irritation relief. Okay, but like, oh yeah, these are not what I thought they were. Anyways, hopefully some lubrication in my eyeballs will help. And then I also got a pair of shoes because my Air Force Ones that I have that I usually would wear to work, the soles, or not the soles, but like the back of them are tearing and it's been giving me blisters. So I wanted a pair of white sneakers I could wear to work that were still professional looking, but I didn't want to spend a ton of money. So I'm curious to see how these are. They're just white sneakers. I also wanted some that are like kind of like that shiny, not shiny, but like not the canvas material. So I'll link all this stuff down below for you guys. Obviously I'm not gonna link down below my Accutane, but I really hope that this is gonna work out for me because I just needed some white sneakers. Oh, they come with like extra shoelaces. Oh, they come with like braided shoelaces. I don't really want that. No. Anyways, that is my little haul after my little workout. We need to go on a little walk. Okay, so it's been about 3 hours and it's like falling apart. Like I tried to pick it up and it's falling apart. That's how juicy it is. I will say the marinara sauce is like straight liquid. It's not thick anymore, which is really interesting. I'm gonna get my other fork that I have here and we're gonna shred it. But I'm kind of like, why is the marinara so like juicy? Why is it so liquidy? Once I shredded it, the sauce kind of like absorbed into the chicken for the most part. Like it's still a little liquidy, but I'm excited to try this. I'm so excited to try this. Okay, I hope it's good, you guys. It pretty much just tastes like marinara. Like it doesn't even taste like chicken, it just tastes like marinara. I don't mind it. It's pretty good. I would make this again. This was really easy. Not that many ingredients, and I think this would be like really good with pasta. Hot? Oh, hot. Trying to think of other things we could add to it as well. I'll have to think, but this is good. Very good chicken, like moist and juicy, like not at all dried out like I thought it was going to be. Happy with it. I did it for 3 hours on high. I didn't end up going on a walk by myself, so I asked my friend if she wanted to go on a walk. So this is what I'm wearing on our little hot girl walk. It's kind of giving Barney, but like also not really, like the purple and the blue. But also I haven't seen Barney in a long time, so part of me is like, is Barney purple and blue? But yeah, part of me thought that I'm gonna go home, shower, and then have a chill night. Should be fun. Can't wait.